Welcome back to Foundational, our user-friendly read-through of the book of Genesis, which will go on to become a series of Genesis through Joshua. 6 books that we're following 6 words or phrases or themes throughout. We're going to continue on with chapter 13. So Abram went up from Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him, into the Negeb. Now Abram was very rich in livestock, in silver, and in gold. And he journeyed on from the Negeb as far as Bethel, to the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Ai, to the place where he had made an altar at the first. And there Abram called upon the name of the Lord, which is what he did before, right? He called upon the name of the Lord. And Lot, who went with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents, so that the land could not support both of them dwelling together, for their possessions were so great that they could not dwell together. And there was strife between the herdsmen of Abram's livestock and the herdsmen of Lot's livestock. And at that time the Canaanites and the Perizzites were dwelling in the land. Canaanites and Perizzites, remember, come from Ham, one of Noah's sons that was cursed. And that's where Abram and Lot are. Abram is remembering that he's there because of the Lord. He's still calling upon the Lord. He hasn't forgotten. Then Abram said to Lot, "Let there be no strife between you and me, and between your herdsmen and my herdsmen. For we are kinsmen. Is not the whole land before you? Separate yourself from me. If you take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if you take the right hand, then I will go to the left." Interesting ponder. Abram seems very generous or very trusting here. He doesn't feel like he has to take the upper hand. Interesting look into Abram. And Lot lifted up his eyes and saw that the Jordan Valley was well watered everywhere, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt. Interesting. The garden of the Lord is what it looks like to them, based on stories, or maybe it's just a phrase to say, if God had a garden, that's what it would look like the land of Egypt in the direction of Zoar. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Like the genealogies and the details about the location on the map, this is written as history. So Lot chose for himself all the Jordan Valley, and Lot journeyed east. Thus they separated from each other. Abram settled in the land of Canaan, while Lot settled among the cities of the valley, and moved his tent as far as Sodom. Now the men of Sodom were wicked, great sinners against the Lord. We haven't seen, we see that they were wicked, which is a word we've seen before. The sinners against the Lord. Very strong language. The Lord said to Abram, the Lord said to Abram after Lot had separated from him, "Lift up your eyes and look from the place where you are, northward and southward and eastward and westward. For all the land that you see, I will give to you and to your offspring forever. I will make your offspring as the dust of the earth, so that if one can count the dust of the earth, your offspring also can be counted. So a couple things going on here. One is that there's this reference to